Welcome, my conscious family. Listen to this. Ticket for an airplane. Ain't got time to take a fast train. Lonely days are gone. I'm going home. There's a point to this. 20, I gotta stand. Got to get back to my baby again. Lonely days are gone. I'm going home. It's one of my favorite songs, by the way. She wrote me a letter, said she couldn't live without me no more. Today we're gonna listen to this mix. Okay. Wait. We're gonna listen to this mix. Yeah, give me a second for. Okay, I'm gonna put it down. Welcome, family. Why I started this video like this? Because I wanna dance. I wanna. Okay, I'm kidding. I'm gonna calm down now. One of my favorite things to do here in Bali is to ride my bike, ride my scoopy, and just listen to music of like 80s, 70s, whatever, 90s, like just old music. I mean, old. I just love this music. And so I listen to this music and ride and look at the palm trees and sky, and it's just so beautiful. Microphone is on. I hope you guys enjoyed my session. By the way, I wanted to learn how to sing a guitar a few years ago, and my father, he plays the guitar, and I was like, for 1 year I was learning. I was like trying, and every day like 3 hours. And my father was like, when I quit, he was like, I'm glad you quit because you don't have any talent for music. And I was so sad because honestly, I really want to have like a drum set and like become a drummer and have like guitar and like play music. Like nothing would give me greater pleasure than, of course, I love teaching, but of course playing music. Oh my God, I would love it. I have to check though if it's filming, because sometimes we had so much issues this day, you guys, like microphone and video and storage, like so many cutoffs. Like yesterday I filmed a video. I wanted to have a coffee with you guys, and I was sharing some of the experiences that I want to share today with you guys, because I think it's very inspiring. And the video just cut off like in the middle. Can I play music? I know that sometimes YouTube doesn't let you. Can I play this mix? I don't know. I hope, it's like I've never had any problem with YouTube, but I saw that other creators, they're like, oh, I can't say this, I can't show this, I can't do that. And now I'm starting to think, can I play music from my PC in my videos? I don't know. But I'm playing it. So let's see how it goes. This is a music I love. Okay, so I want to share with you yesterday's how it went and how this can also inspire you. But I'm gonna do it more as a friend, as a family member, than as someone who is like now preaching and teaching and channeling and like helping you go through it. No, this is gonna be like very friendly and very just relaxing and enjoying the moment. So yesterday it was a very emotional day for me. I woke up really tired. I am a workaholic. If there are more here, write down in the comments. I'm a workaholic. My name is Irena and I'm a workaholic. All I think about is work. All I do is work. All I dwell about is work. All I dream about is work. Okay, I'm joking. It's not like that. But it's like really, like this is not, I wouldn't say that my work is separate from me, if you know what I mean. Like it's Irena. This is who I am. My work, my mission is who I am. And sometimes I think about, oh, partners, love, or I think about, someone or something. But it's also somehow wrapped up in this bubble of work. Like, how would they fit in the work that I have going on? But why was I saying this? Yeah, so I was tired because I really pushed myself a bit over the edge, which I don't recommend. And I was just, I woke up and I was like, okay, I really overdid it now. I worked the whole weekend. I think the weekend before that. So I just was like working like no days off. I don't take any days off. I work every day. And I just want to say that I think for people who really like their work and have like a purpose that they enjoy, I mean, of course, if you have a purpose you enjoy, but if you have something that you really like, I was thinking maybe something is crawling on my skin. Um, and we have a lot of animals here, by the way, spiders, ants. It's like Bali is like, you know, like a zoo. So basically, what was I saying? Work. Yeah, if you when you have a purpose, it's you have this sort of like obsession. I need to say, all the, for example, people who are like in sports and they are competing, you know, professionally. Like, it's not like, oh, they do work and then they come home and they do a bunch of other things. It's like, this is who you are. So this is who I am. But sometimes also I can overdo it because I love it and then I overdo it. And so I was like working a lot. I got up, you know, very tired, and I felt sad and just some emotions and some things that I'm going through emotionally, like my private life. It was coming up for me, and I wasn't feeling really good. And the best thing that I do when I feel not good is to hop on my bike, to put on some 80s music, and to just ride with no goal. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know when I'm coming back home. I put everything aside, and this is exactly what I'm doing. Like, I'm just driving, looking at the palm trees, looking at the road, of course, at the same time. And ain't no river wide. This song is gonna be on my wedding, by the way. I decided. So I was doing that, and these people here in Bali, they are the best people I have ever met in my life. I traveled, I think this is my 27th country or 25, something around this number. And I've never met such a kind people, beautiful people like these people here. They are so welcoming. And while I was driving, I got lost. I saw this beautiful grass and this beautiful like house. And I was like, I just want to go to the woods, you know. I wanted to do some somatic movement and healing, which I really think it's also beautiful to do in the nature, um, far away from humans, you know. So you're alone and you can do crying and screaming and all those exercises I showed you in one of my previous videos. So if you haven't watched it, I highly recommend. Subscribe to my channel. It helps me to reach more people so that I can help and inspire more people. So I went to this place. It was like a beautiful grass, and I saw horses in the back, and cows, and the sea, like this grass, this ranch. I don't know how to call it. Was like coming out to the sea. And I was like, oh my God, I have to see this. And I was like walking and like thinking, oh my God, am I on a private property? Because it didn't look like it's a private property, but in the same time, this house was like close to this woods. I don't know. It was weird. I think it was actually on a private property. And I know in the US, it's like you cannot do this, but here is much more. It's different. Okay. So I was just walking. I wanted to go to the beach, and it was, I had this like moment where I was thinking, oh my gosh, like this is exactly how I want my house to look. Like, not a house specifically, but like this area. They had the woods, they had the palm trees, they had the sea, like the beach was like there, very close. The horses, the cows, animals, just nature. Like, it was so beautiful. And I did some crying in these woods. I came to the woods. I did some crying a little bit. It's good to cry. It's good because this is how you heal. when you have a bad day, when you have like emotions coming up, the worst thing you can do is to ignore them. Like that's the worst thing you can do. And the best thing you can do is to give yourself space to to feel in order to heal. So whatever is coming up, you feel this emotion, and this is how you're healing. Each time you're crying and feeling the emotion that you didn't process in the past, this is how you're healing it, like literally. This is me teaching and preaching, but back to the friendly talking. I love this song as well. I'm just gonna put the sound a little bit down. Um, and so, and so, I came back, and then I was like, okay, now already I should be coming back home. But what happened is that my phone got off. I was like, okay, I don't even know where I'm going. I'm lost. But I was having so much fun. Like my energy completely shifted from frustration, which I didn't feel, by the way, in a really long time. Like frustration, you know, this feeling when you don't know what to do. You feel agitated in your body, like your nervous system is like agitated. I moved my energy to like bliss and adventurous and fun and happiness just by doing this thing what I love, just by doing this somatic movement exercises that I shared, crying and all these things. It helped me to release this and to, transmute the energy. And then I was driving back, and I was so hungry. I was driving in the end 4 hours, you guys. But before I was hungry, I want to tell you another story. I was riding, and in the middle of the road, there are people who are cutting the trees, and all the branches and all the trees are on on the road. So while we are riding, we cannot, pass this. And everybody stops, and we are waiting for these workers, to move the branches and to clear the space for us to go, go where we are supposed to go. And this happened while I still had my phone on and my Google Maps. And so I was following the road by the sea. I wanted to look at the sea while I'm driving, and I was coming back home. And at one moment, I was sitting there, and it's like hot, and everybody's like sitting, and we are like looking at the workers. And I'm like, what? And I take off my helmet, put it on my bike, and hey guys, can I help you like with the branches? And they're like, yes, of course. And then I started helping them with the branches and just moving. And I remember this moment that is so simple, but for me, it was so profound because I just did something that I authentically wanted to do. And it seems maybe so little for you, and maybe you think, why is this important? But this is who I am. Like if I would describe me in one moment, it would be this moment exactly. Spontaneous, following my heart, wanting to help people, wanting to contribute, wanting connection, doing what I want, having fun. This is who I am. But in my life before, as I shared, that people used to always tell me, especially my friends and my partners with whom I was in the relationship, like, oh, like this is so embarrassing, and why do you want to help them? You're a woman, or something like that. I don't know. Like just sit there and wait like everybody else. Why do you want to stick out? Why do you want to, people will be looking at you. But this is something I wanted to do, like my heart just told me. I wasn't thinking about I want to do this because XYZ. It was like, oh, let me just get up and help them since I'm already sitting here. But because this is what I learned, in that moment, I had those thoughts of those people which are not even mine. Like, this is not even mine. That's why I always say those thoughts that you have, they are not even yours. They are not yours to begin with. That's why awakening is remembering who you are. You. And this is who Irina is. This is my nature. This is my soul. This is who I am. And all these thoughts are not mine. And so I heard them. And I was like, no, I'm going to do it. And what happened then was so beautiful. The guy that was sitting next to me and the other guys, they took their helmets off and everybody started helping those workers there. And in the end, when I was coming back, like this guy, we smiled at each other. And just these moments of connection, like this is, this makes me the happiest ever. There is nothing else in the world that makes me happier than these moments of pure bliss and joy. And I'm sharing this to inspire you. First of all, I do want to say that people are kind, and there is so many kind people. People are so kind here, and they are so loving, and they are so welcoming. And this just shows that there are so many kind and loving people. Second, authenticity is the highest frequency. Nothing feels better. There is no money, there is no love, no partner, there is nothing that feels better than when you are authentic to who you are. And I'm sometimes really sad that it took me so many years to reach 31. And I know someone will say, yeah, I'm 70, I'm still not authentic, whatever. I'm talking about my life here. I'm sad that I wasn't giving myself the chance to be authentic before. And I'm so happy that I can finally be myself without having, you know, anybody tell me what I should and shouldn't do, and just following my own self and doing what makes me happy, even though it's cringy and it can be weird and it's very different than what majority people do. It makes me happy, and this is why I'm doing it. And this connection also with people makes me the happiest. Just these random moments in a day that you share with someone. Like there was like this old Balinese man, and he was just like riding, and he was like, I think he saw me that I was like looking around or something. He was like, where are you going? Do you know where you're going? And I was like, I don't know. I just play music and I just ride my scooter. And he smiled back at me. And just nothing, like he wants nothing for me. I really want to debunk this myth that everybody wants this, everybody has this secret agenda against you, and everybody just, is evil and they are plotting something against you. They want to take something from you. That is not true. Come from yourself. If you're a person who likes to help others, I need to check, from time to time. If you're a person who likes to help others, then why do you think that you're the only one who likes to help others without having something in return? People want to be of service. People want to be important. We are yearning for this connection. We want to smile at each other. We want to, you look at each other, in the eyes. This is what we want to do. So why do you think that everybody else is different? No, there are people like you. And if you allow yourself to be yourself and to be kind and to be loving and to give to others, you will get this in return. And you will see how you will meet those kinds of people. And I'm not saying that these are the only kinds of people. I do talk on my channel that there are people who are evil. Like there are people, I didn't believe that in the past, but I do now. Of course, it's all coming from their own hurt and their own trauma, and I understand that. But there are people who don't want your best, in interest. They don't have your best feelings in interest, or however is the phrase. You should be discerning about this. But I want you to know that there are people, and you can smile again to other people. Like nothing is, I don't think nothing is better in this life, to be honest, than when you look at a human and you look in each other's eyes and you smile, and you don't need to even talk, but you share this love. And this is what I am experiencing here, that I can finally share the love that I have in my heart without feeling judged, without feeling like I need to dim my light in order to fit in. And so after this beautiful moment, I keep on writing, my phone shuts off somewhere, I got so hungry and so thirsty. I'm gonna this like in one moment I think my hands were like I really got scared, like I needed to like shake them off because I was like riding in the end 4 hours. And I saw this stand with food. And I'm like, okay, let me stop here. And they have this amazing food. Let me show you. This is what I bought from yesterday. It's like, I don't know, like bakery stuff. And inside they have vegetables and you have like chili peppers. And then you eat chili peppers and you eat this and it's so tasty. And I got some cookies and boiled banana. And I got boiled banana. I got some drink with bananas. I don't know, milk and bananas. and and why I'm sharing this, and in this moment a guy approaches with his daughter, and I'm talking with all of them like, oh my god, so happy there is food here. And I'm asking them about some banana small dairies that I bought a few days before, and they don't know what I'm talking about because they don't speak English. So we are talking, trying. And then I asked this dad who came with his daughter, I'm like, can you help me? Like, this is what I'm looking for. And then he talks with them and they came with a paper and they write me down like what is the name of this, and like they tell me this is where you can find it, and that they are so helpful. And after that I wanted to give tips to this old guy who is selling the food. And sorry, just a second, I want to change. Okay. And I'm like giving him the tips. By the way, all this food that I bought was like €2. Like these salty things, salty dairies, sweet cookies, like this big, like 6 of them. Boiled banana, this drink. I think that was like €2 total. And by the way, my stomach is also very good now. I can eat everything, like all this food on the streets, and it makes me so happy because I was just eating in the restaurants and like this Western food mostly, and I really am curious now, and I'm so happy that I can try their own food, what they make, like homemade, even though it's very sweet, very oily, very fried, but I love it. And so this old guy, like I'm giving him the money, I'm like, thank you so much, I'm so happy to have this food. And he's like, no, 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 I don't accept your money. But he doesn't speak English, so he's translating to the father. So the three of us are standing and the daughter, and he's talking with this other guy and telling him like, I don't want to accept her money because like she's so kind. And this guy turns to me and he translates, and my eyes was like tearing, like I was like, oh my gosh, like accept. And he was like, no, thank you so much for buying food from me, and like he didn't want to accept my tips. And these stories I'm sharing because I want you to realize that these kind of people exist. And maybe for somebody these are small things, maybe for someone will think, okay, this is not important. But for me, these are beautiful, magical moments that actually make life important. These moments are what make our days important, our lives. And yeah, just in this moment, I was like, okay, thank you, and nothing. I came and I ate, and it was amazing, this food. So by the end, when I came home, I was like, my energy is totally changed. And then this morning, my friend, who I met here also, Balinese, a friend of mine, Kadek, he came and he helped me to install, because I told him I really want to have, like, when I ride my scooter, I want to have, like coffee, to drink coffee. And he said, oh, it's not a problem, like you can buy online for like also like I don't know how much, like something so cheap. And he ordered and he came to fix this on a scooter. And then I gave him these cookies that I bought yesterday, and just these small things are what makes life beautiful. And you can experience this. I want you to know that if you feel like people around you are not supporting this side of you, or they are not allowing you to be your authentic self, they are not your people. I truly believe that I don't need to dim my own life to connect with my people. I did believe that in the past. I really did believe that. But now I understand that for me to be able to connect with like-minded people, the only way to do that is to be unapologetically myself. And whatever other people think, I'm laughing too much, I'm smiling too much, or my light is too much, or I'm just pretending. There are people who sometimes they say they cannot believe, they think I'm pretending. So maybe you have that as well. People get triggered, and people, they don't believe you. They think you are fake, they think you're pretending, they think you're not authentic. So I experience this, in sometimes from my colleagues at work, like, but this is who I always was. I was always like this, but I just didn't allow myself. And now that I finally do, I am connecting with like-minded people, and people are seeing me on my frequency. So never lower your frequency. Okay. So now I have this for my coffee, and I'm really excited to try it out. I think even today I'm gonna buy some coffee and just go on a ride. And yeah, I don't know, I just felt this video, I wanted to share my deep appreciation for these people, and in hopes, of course, to inspire you to watch this video and to feel the warmth of these words, to feel the inspiration, to maybe you help someone, maybe you share a smile with someone today, maybe you hug a neighbor. We are so connected to our phones and computers and far away from each other. And I think about this constantly because I work a lot on my computer and my phone, and I spend a lot of time alone. I really choose to. I spend a lot of time alone. I even told my friends, like, don't call me anywhere. I just want to work, because I feel inspired to do the work. But in the same time, I feel that this true deep connection, of course, it first comes from the connection with yourself, to be able to be vulnerable with another and to the divine, to God. But also, you can start from something small, such as just smile at a stranger, give them tips, share something with someone, give them a gift. I don't know, like, just start something, and you will see how this will come back at you. And I watched many reels where people say, like, they didn't like Bali and people were like this and they didn't enjoy this. But to be honest, I think it's, maybe it's possible if you don't like animals, if you're not at all spiritual and you don't like nature, then of course this is not for you. Like, don't come here, because it's just like nature is everywhere, animals are everywhere. Like the other day, the butterfly, like I was just walking and the butterfly literally like flew here, and I was like, oh my god. And then he flew in my room and he slept overnight in my room. And I was like, I don't know where he is now. I think they live like one day, butterflies. But it was so funny because I had the gecko. Geckos are always, they come inside. I was like, what if the gecko eats the butterfly? This is so funny. I mean, I don't think geckos eat the butterfly, but it was so funny. Like, my room sometimes it's like a zoo. If you're not following me on Instagram, you have to follow me on Instagram, because I share all these stories and I have them on highlight on my page. You can find in the description box down below. And I had like a cat slept over, and I have like few dogs came to my room, like crazy, like I'm telling you. The other day I had a frog here, like crazy. And I'm not even living in a jungle. Like, I live in, like, this, they call it like a city, like Canggu, like city vibes. But that's it for today. I just felt like coming on here and sharing, how I turned my day, and how by giving to others you can do that as well. And really, really, just by sharing a sincere moment with someone, this will shift your energy. Like, sharing a sincere moment with someone. Yeah, it's beautiful. I do want to invite you also to my free training, Awaken the Power Within. It's happening on the 15th of March. You can go to this description box. Also, I will post a link where you can sign up. It's totally and completely free. You will get all the details on your email, the Zoom link and everything. And this webinar will help you to awaken this power within that we all have, to break free from these illusions, subconscious limiting beliefs that keep you playing small, keep you hiding away, and to step into this authenticity that I was talking about, this true power, so that you can become a conscious creator, so that you can manifest the life of your dreams. I don't want you to look at your life as if it is happening on some TV and you cannot do anything about it, and you're just watching what's happening and wishing and hoping that maybe someday, blah, blah, blah. I want you to be the main character, the winner, to enter your winning season in life, to be this conscious creator with this power, to follow your intuition, your own soul's calling, to release all these limiting blocks in your mind that I just shared, that people were telling me this and that and this and that. And I was so much in the cloud, I didn't know who I was. And I was listening to others, so far away from intuition, from God, from everything. But now I stand here before you. I've never felt more connected to myself and more grounded and more like this self-worth that I have now, the love that I have for Irena. And it didn't came from nothing external, like, oh, I got this new job and so much money and I manifested these external things and then I feel this self-worth. It comes from the inside. It doesn't come from the outside. It comes from awakening. It comes from spiritual awakening to who you truly are, to your true nature. So that's why it's called Awaken the Power Within, because it is already there. You just need to wake up to remember. Okay, it's free, I again say. So you can also send the link to someone who you think will benefit from this. And of course, stay conscious and remember to have